The Markkula Center framework is basically a tool for ethical decision making. Some people find it to be very useful. Basically, it's a comprehensive approach. It's very general. It's basically, it's not a formula, but it does give you a process. It allows you to manage complexity, understand ethical problems, hopefully perceive better choices, and hopefully make those better choices. It's just 5 steps. First, you have to recognize the ethical issue. Why is that the first step? Because if you don't recognize it, you don't get to any other step. Then you need to get all the facts. It's the reason that a courtroom has, people presenting evidence, right? You have to present the evidence before you know what to do. Then you have to evaluate alternative actions through multiple ethical lenses. That's where we get into things like virtue ethics and human rights and utilitarianism and care ethics. Because if you look at it through those different lenses, you will see different things as you're looking at particular problems. Then you want to make a decision and mentally test it. You say to yourself, what if I did this? And then think to yourself, will that hold up under scrutiny? What are people going to think if they see that I do this? And lastly, act and reflect on the outcomes. How did it turn out? Now that framework has been something that the Markkula Center has had out there for over 30 years. I think it goes back to mid-1980s. But this ethics and technology practice toolkit is something that was developed just 4 years ago. Myself and Shannon Valor, who's a philosopher of technology, she's now at the University of Edinburgh, and my colleague Irina Raiku, who is at the Markkula Center with me. We worked on this together. It was funded by the Omidyar Networks, Tech Society and Solutions Lab. We piloted it at Alphabet's X, which is kind of their moonshot division. It's where they do all the craziest things they can think of. Now these materials are actually being implemented at some technology companies. In one place, getting scaled up to 60,000 employees. So they're tools that are, once again, we put them out there, we put them on the web, anybody can look at them. But sometimes companies say, oh, that's interesting. Would you come and tell us about that or help us to customize these tools to our own location? And so that's one of the things we do then is work with those companies to do that. Of course, there's been growing interest about this. Technology ethics has become really important. If we back up to 2016, nobody wanted to talk to us. They were like, who cares about ethics? That's not important. 2017 rolls along, and all of a sudden they say, oh, wait, did the election just get messed up because of something we did? And then we say something along the lines of, yes, that did happen, and maybe you should think about making things better in the future. So that's how we get involved, often is after something bad happens.